is Mark Jacobs. I'm the proud chairman of Heart to Heart. Come on up, Danielle. Thank you. Wanted to thank you. I first want to call attention to our most gracious host, the most generous and kind man of the evening. Alan Markovitz, I want you to know, provided 100% of everything here tonight. Alan, come on up. So Alan provided everything. I know to some people, Alan's a guy that you kind of know or don't know or think of him as the topless prophet or someone, but to me, he's just a sweet guy with a big heart who I've been friends with as long as I can remember. So Alan, come on up. In the back. Come around the back. And thank you again, Alan. I want to acknowledge the committee that put this event together, starting with Andrea Levy. This is Andrea. Andrea has been our quarterback throughout the whole process. Been absolutely amazing, the detail and the follow-through that Andrea has done. Danielle, where's Danielle? And this is for Andrea for her beauty and her class and all the beautiful work she's done. Just absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. Really pretty impressive what Andrea's done. I also want to recognize Howard Dems. Howard, come on up. Howard, come on up. You don't get flowers. You're not as beautiful, but come on up. Howard was diligent, professional, and the detail and the follow-through was really impressive. I also want to point out Karen Larson. If you're around here somewhere, Karen's been amazing as well. Is she around? Karen, if you're here somewhere, as well as Sue Conway has been amazing. And Karen Stoller, Rob Levy, Sue Olenek, Fran Bell, absolutely incredible. Can Lisa Zeldis and Ken Levy come up here, please? So these are two volunteers that make our organization what we are. And there is no organization without our volunteers. And these are not normal people. These are special people. These are the people that go out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Doesn't matter if it's 0 degrees, it's 100 degrees. Haven't missed a single day in 2 years. And they're there, and these are not people that just talk the talk. They're walking the walk. So, Lisa, Rob, come on up here. Really extraordinary people. And we have flowers. And there's also a guy named Larry Olenek. Where's Larry? Come on up. All Larry did was start this organization. And he went downtown to just, the kindness of his heart, help the homeless. And the Talmud says if you help a soul, you change the world. And Larry has changed the world. This is a very, very special guy. He's the heart to heart to heart. Come here, Larry. You're going to hear from him in a second. But I can't tell you enough what a special guy this is. He really lives to help people. That's what Larry's all about. Detroit has a crisis for its homeless problem. There's 20,000, almost 20,000 homeless people. About half are mentally ill. 25% are children. 13% are veterans. And there's only 1,900 beds. So we're in a crisis mode. And what this organization does, unlike every other, we don't sit in a shelter and wait for people to come to us. They go right into the streets. We call ourselves the urban cavalry. We go right into the streets, the people who are hot and cold and thirsty and hungry and terrified. And these folks know these people. They know many of them. They know their stories. They know their backgrounds. They know their names. They give them hugs. It's pretty extraordinary to go downtown and actually witness it. And I've done it, not as many times as they have, and I can attest to you that I've spoken to some of these folks, and to hear that there's so many myths about homelessness. Many of these people are like you and I, good families, good houses, they went to college, and then something happened. Could have been mental health, could have been a drug problem, loss of a relationship, and suddenly they had nowhere to turn. This one woman said to me, she goes, Mark, I used to be an executive secretary for the president of Comerica. I used to travel the world with this guy. And all of a sudden, I lost it. I was homeless. And I had no one to turn to. I turned to my sister. She wouldn't help me. I had no one to turn to. And I had such a void and such a darkness and complete indecisiveness. And all I could do was pray that someone was going to help me. So we're not solving homelessness, but we're doing a little bit more than our fair share. And we're very proud of that. Finally, there's a quote that we live by. We love this quote. It's a quote from the late American anthropologist Margaret Mead, who said that never doubt the ability of a small, committed team of people to change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. So we invite you to support our group and help us change the world. Thank you.
Firstly, I want everybody to know that all the applause that I've heard you guys give to the people standing up here, I believe the applause is for everybody in the tent that decided to make this their journey for today. The great Martin Luther King once said, "The time is always right to do what is right." And tonight, everybody in this room is doing something right. What they're doing, I believe, is helping and I'll say it, a small charity, but with great people, make a difference. So I applaud everybody in the audience for choosing to come tonight. As Mark alluded to, and I'll just make it really short with Alan, I can't tell you how much you mean to the group, and we go back a lot of years, and you've never...
Let's see how many years.
I know, you told me that last time, so I'm not going to say how many years. But the idea is that when Alan sees things that need to change and help people, he's the first one to open up his pocketbook and his mouth to get things going. So to Alan, thank you very much. Also, I want to thank, and Mark also did, and I'll also say it again, all of our board members that made this possible. Andrea, Rob, Howard, Sue Conway, everybody, you guys. When they say we're going to put on a party and it's going to be like this, I had no idea. I've never seen this many people in a room in my life. So thank you very much to the board members that did that. And a couple other things. The people that make my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday doable, I want them to be acknowledged, because although I was the first person to go and sit on a bench and talk to somebody, and they looked at me and wondered, why is this guy talking to me and giving me stuff and asking, do you need underwear? You know. So I want to acknowledge the people that come with me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or specific days, and they are Bill Briggs. Bill, can you stand up or wave or something? Lisa Zeldis. And the friend I'm so fortunate enough to have that moved back from California here, and we were talking, and I told him what I was doing, and he said, well, when I come back, maybe we'll hook up. And it took about a month, and Ken and I hooked up, and he goes out with me 3 days a week, and everybody in our group brings something different, you know. And he brings some very talented stuff that we don't have in our arsenal, but he's made it possible. So to my good old friend Ken, there. Yeah. One other person I have to acknowledge is the lady that I'm fortunate enough to have next to me for 30-some years. She has taken on the responsibility to not only help make the sandwiches before she goes to work 8-10 hours a day and make sure the sandwiches are done, but she's something else. And I just want you to meet my wife, Sue. If you can stand up, honey. What I want every guy and woman to know out there, when you get married and you find a partner, she knew that I had it in me to do stuff like this, and she's been working her you-know-what off so I could start something, and without her assistance, this would never have got done. So I love her and thank her. And lastly, I just want to tell everybody, all of us can make a difference. I tell you people, if you ever go downtown to a baseball game, bring some granola bars and a smile and walk up to one of these men or women and introduce yourself and hand them something and tell them to have a good day. And a lot of people are just looking for someone to talk to them, not walk away from them. So thank you very much. This is beyond words. Although I said about 3,000.
Hi, I'm Andrea Levy, and I'm a board member. I am very passionate about this organization and what I do. I want to tell you that in a recent New England Journal of Medicine, they stated that a happy and fulfilling life requires several components: healthy eating, exercise, and volunteering. So I challenge all of you out there in this lovely, beautiful audience for your own health to volunteer. It is a gift you will be giving to yourself because it feels so good when you know that you've helped someone. By being here tonight, all of you out, all these beautiful faces, you have already helped the homeless. We need more board members and more volunteers like you to come help. You may have a company that could help too. Please see me tonight or contact us. Feel good. Be impactful and make a difference. We need you. We are a grassroots organization. It's as ground level as you'll get. So we need you guys. I want to give a shout out to some of our next generation of volunteers because this is the backbone of our organization, are all the young people that will keep joining us and doing and taking on the baton. Karen Stoller, I don't know where you are, but you've done an incredible job. She's the social media Facebook maven. And I want to give a shout out to Lauren Meyer, who is just such a dynamo. Where are you, Lauren? I don't see you, but she has helped so much and she's so connected. And she helped Larry and the guys the other day make sandwiches, and she gets it. So I want to thank you all for making a big difference. I also want to share a story of how a 12-year-old girl named Bree Gross decided to help. She wanted the homeless to have something to read, so she decided to donate books and clothes. This led to a year-long campaign of her creating a 4-hour dance-a-thon with her girlfriends just before her bat mitzvah. She had her dad do a Quicken Loan challenge with all his employees. Lindsay Gross, wherever you are, thank you. So Bree Gross asked all the attendees, all her guests, at this amazing bat mitzvah for this amazing 13-year-old girl to please donate to Hart Detroit. She made such a difference, and these girls want to continue, which is just amazing. So what I want to say to you is that it takes a village of all ages and all generations to come together and help. So those of you who are interested and are find it in your heart to help out Hart Detroit, please come approach me tonight, email me, or call. Lastly, Alan Markovitz, our very generous, wonderful host here, wants these beautiful centerpieces to go home with all of you. So the first 26 people who raise your hand, you may get these for a donation of $25 cash. And Sue Conway has cards to give out. So anybody who wants these centerpieces, take them home, your girlfriend or your wife. Raise your hand. We need you. Thank you. And enjoy the evening and have a great time. I want to see. Okay, Ryan Fishman. Okay. I want to introduce Ryan Fishman. He will tell you his story. Interesting young guy. Come on up. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Fishman. About a week and a half ago, I was running for state senate. I've retired, at least for the time being, but the reason I'm here is because as I was out over the last year doing what politicians do, begging for money, I met with Mark, who I knew from APAC. And we sat down over breakfast, and I said to Mark, tell me what you're really passionate about. Because I'll give you some insight into being a politician. If you want to figure out how to get money out of a person, you have to figure out what they care about and make the ask. And I said to Mark, what is it that you're passionate about? He said, I'm passionate about homelessness. And it struck me for a minute. And he said, I'm really passionate about the number of homeless people in the city of Detroit, and I work with this organization. And I told him, as a 26-year-old kid who grew up in Bloomfield Hills, went to New York, came back to Michigan to make an impact, decided to run for public office. Detroit's an incredible passion of mine. I worked in the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office in their homicide unit in law school. I worked on Mayor Duggan's campaign last year. And so, as I said this to Mark, he said, if you care about Detroit, I want you to prove it. I want you to get in the car with Larry, and I want you to go downtown and see what it is that we do. And then take that back to folks in your community and talk to them about it. And I have to tell you, well, how many of you, if I could ask a question of the audience, live north of 8 Mile? Who lives north of 8 Mile? Most of us, right? And for those of us living north of 8 Mile, I don't think so often we realize how bad, how difficult, how, in a way, catastrophic life is for folks who live in the city of Detroit, particularly folks who live on the streets of the city of Detroit. And so for me, going down there and seeing people living the way that I had expected folks to live in Baghdad or Nigeria or somewhere else in a distant part of the world, this is 20 minutes away from us. 20 short minutes. A drive in your car to a baseball game or Quicken Loans, it's 20 minutes. And if you don't think that 20 minutes and the community surrounding you have an impact on your neighborhoods, on your property values, on your schools, I have to tell you, you've got to go down with Larry and see it, because the reality is it has an incredible impact. So I would challenge any of you to take the opportunity to go down with Larry, as he said, meet with folks. Hand them a bagged lunch or a T-shirt or some hygiene products. Have that interaction and see that this is just about your neighborhood. And we have such a role to play north of 8 Mile. And so for as many of you who might have raised your hand, if I said how many of you have I asked for money, I can't say I can't appreciate all of it. But here's another opportunity. This is an organization to get involved with, to give to. So open your wallets and double whatever the gift you might have made the last year was, or give more money than you might have from your ticket, because the reality is every dollar gets stretched so far, makes such an impact, and will be a return on your investment in your home and your community. And I can't thank you enough, Mark, for having me.
Okay, can we go with the video? Go with the video, please.
Ago, I decided to go down to Hart Plaza and distribute food and some conversation to the homeless and people in need. What started out as a random act of kindness to a small group of people has now turned into a mobile unit of 3 to 4 people every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, distributing 70 to 80 healthy lunches, hygiene products, socks, underwear, other clothing, and words of encouragement. Physical and mental nutrition. We are just trying to build relationships.
out here 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They can count on us for things that they might not be able to get anywhere else at a shelter or a warming center. And I think the main thing is that just letting them know that they're not alone. We try to build up their dignity and let them know that there's someone here that actually cares about them.
They come out to serve us. They bring food to us, and they bring, socks, underwear, anything that's good for us to have or whatever. And they never miss a day. And they've been doing this for a while. I met Larry and Ken down at Hart Plaza, and they're very nice people. So just keep that in mind.
They did whatever they could to help me, and from then on, I haven't thought of no dope, haven't did no dope. I feel excellent, and by the grace of God, these two men, they were like my angels. And they helped me, they got me in the clinic, and ever since, I've been good to go.
We are always looking for more volunteers to take the ride downtown with us and also help us pack up and make the lunches. I invite you to come out and help us help people. It truly will change your life.
That was great, Larry. He is the real deal. Now I want to introduce the man of the evening. We all know, Alan Markovitz.
Let me raise this up a little. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? We all doing well? Yes, we are. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I was born and raised in the city of Detroit, and I really believe that we have to have a strong core to help Larry and this organization, because without a strong Detroit, it makes it very difficult to get this whole thing rolling. So I had a whole speech, but I want to take you guys on a little journey, okay? And bear with me for 1 second, because it does have relevance to Larry and your cause, okay? Okay, let me tell you a story of a journey of a young man, a man from the depths of hell to eventually coming to America. This man is a Holocaust survivor. From the death camps to the work camps, he survived, only to face a long and lonely road. Just another mountain to climb. Through a program for survivors, he made his way to England. Remember, still a man under 20 years old. Losing his mother and father and brother, he forged on. He learned a trade. He became an electronics technician. And he was fortunate enough to make his way to America. Once there, he lived with his uncle in Pittsburgh. Looking to practice his trade, he found opportunity in Detroit, Michigan, okay? He could have gone anywhere. He came to Detroit. RCA was looking for technicians. Believe it or not, we built television sets once in America, right here in Detroit, okay? There he was a troubleshooter for RCA, honing his trade. He became one of the best. He wanted more. He wanted the hope of owning his own business and aspiring to live the American dream. Remember, he's barely 20 years old. At this time, he meets another young survivor, also hungry for the American dream. Together, they open a small television repair shop. The business grows, and they're off to the races. This young man is my hero and my father, Max Markovitz, by the way. Papa Max. By the way, he's 83 and he's still rocking. So Max and his partner, another young survivor, Fred Ferber, who I also cherish, and Sherry, if you're here with Alone, they're new young business entrepreneurs in the 50s in the city of Detroit, okay? So with the help of the new mayor, and we all wish him well, we really all do, and we hope he can really help the city. And we need more young entrepreneurs to make the city of Detroit an opportunity city, okay? That's what we have to do. We have to want people to stay in the city of Detroit. Too many young people are leaving. They get a college degree and they're off. We have to have a great business community in the city of Detroit to help people like Larry, who's doing an unbelievable job. But we have to have the businesses to help. So let's stay here in Detroit. Let's absolutely support Detroit. God bless all of you. God bless this great country of America.